Hi, this is Brian from Denmark, your tech friend, always at your international service, and tonight I'm coming at you with an update of the OnePlus launch event that happened just this other day, the 14th of April, right now. Because on my website, yourtechfriend.net, is the complete coverage, which I will urge you to go to right now. Otherwise, you can just hear it from me here, and I will slide it down over here. Sure. There you go. Well, it's the OnePlus launch event 2020, and it's this news talk, and you can see it's your tech friend. Yeah. Anyhow, this was beautiful to behold. Look how they play with words. As I said, it's a full coverage of the live stream. And of course, they launched the OnePlus 8 and the OnePlus 8 Pro plus some one accessory actually just. We were not told from where the launch actually took place, so it could have been like Bangalore as it was last year. It could have been like San Francisco. We don't know. It could have been like Paris. We don't know. But anyhow, Ryan Fenwick, head of corporate PR, OnePlus, was the host, this dude. So, as always, you can read the time codes as fixed points on when I cover live stream events afterwards. If you missed it, you are going to watch this right now. You really want to watch it. And of course, the reference point this year was the CNET's YouTube. It's the same stream as you can find it on OnePlus homepage. So anyhow, here are the time codes. At 5:20, streaming video about OnePlus core values versus target, blah, blah, blah. Speed and everything. And at 9:48, I'm going to do this a bit quick because you could just go onto the page and see it for yourself. Tilen Pigac, head of campaigns of OnePlus, was on, and he was like, why does there always have to be like an enormously boring guy on these hosting events of these launch events? Why? Anyhow, to us, designing a product is about the person who will own it, their ambitions, their goals, and to see how pioneering technology can empower them. And that's very good and clear, target group fixation. You gotta be aware of who your end user is. As I said, Ryan Fenwick was the head of corporate when he was on, and he was the host for the rest of the show. And as the other presentations we've seen lately from Huawei, there were no audience, so it was kind of dull, But the very cool thing about this Ryan Fenwick was you can actually understand what he's talking about, because he speaks English fluently, better so than I, for instance. I also think he's maybe from America or England, so that explains a lot. And they talked a lot about this 5G technology. That was like a core point, a core message to get through on this presentation. And then, of course, there was the build of the OnePlus 8 series phones. At 16:30, product presentation of the video, silky smooth to the touch. They talked about, they were actually going back to the OnePlus 1, where it had some kind of soft back, according to them. Well, and that's the kind of the way they want to go back to the back panel of these phones. And of course, they spoke of this IP68 certification, and the colors were Onyx Black, Ultramarine, Glacial Green, and there will come a video of this also on my website. You can see it, or you can also see the colors right here, and you can see the video right here. So what are you mangling, as you would say in Danish? So what are you wanting more? The OnePlus Pro comes in these three colors, of course. Whoa, I'm sorry for that one. Okay, at 2021, OnePlus 8 Pro has the best screen in the universe with a 120 Hz refresh rate. Best screen in the universe, and you can see the stats here for yourself. The reason why they're saying this is because they really wanted to be the best, have the best of the best screens out there, and I can say 1300 nits, that's like an insane amount. I think if you turn on the screen, it would be like immediately blinding you. Let's try and blind me with some torchlight from the Motorola One Action. This was my guess of how bright the screen would actually be if it's like 1300 nits. That was like blowing a complete torch right into your face. Hey, let's add this up. This is the Motorola One Action, and I've just bought. This is a complete sidestep. I know, sidetracking a lot, but this is also the Nokia 4.2. I've just bought this for like no money at all because there was like an old pair that they bought it and they didn't know what they bought, and of course it's rubbish. I didn't say that. Of course, anyhow, this is how it is to look into the screen of the new OnePlus 8 at 1300 nits. Anyhow, this could make for a great thumbnail. Sorry for that one. Okay, we gotta continue. Sorry for that rambling. OnePlus Pro. Oh my god, I'm totally blinded now in my eyes. Anyhow, more about the screen, best screen user. And also, because this time around, OnePlus have always like been perhaps a little bit behind on the camera. But this year they have even put up their steps up the ante on the camera also. So it's a complete top tier flagship phone they are producing now, with amazing camera specs. Also, you can see them swiping over. Swipe, scrolling. Why has scrolling been outruled as a word? Anyhow, you can see the specs there for yourself, and you can pause this video to see some specs that you missed. And the OnePlus 8 specs, it has only got 1100 nits of brightness, so you will just get semi-blinded. Like if you would only get semi-blinded like if you had like perhaps the old Nokia's lying around, the Nokia 800 and the Nokia N9, and trying to flashlight your ship those. So it's like that's 1100. That's 1100 nits of peak brightness. Only a semi-blinding. Okay, and a lot of other cool stuff. And now we're on 1319. The best. Oh, this is, by the way, I think they put a lot of emphasis on the OnePlus being an excellent gamer phone, and you can see it in the one video they made at the start. But the first person you see with a phone sitting with a OnePlus, he just sits there and he plays a game. So they're really targeting gamers, and I think that's within the segment of the front runners and the personas. Sorry for all this barfing if I don't cut it out. Anyhow, the sound of the OnePlus also sounded great. As it seems like a very, very well-rounded, all-round device for flagship, top tier, all of your needs phone. And also it charges very, very fast, 50% within half an hour. And that's beating both iPhone and Samsung. And then at 34.02, they talk about partners with Google and Stadia. Also work with Amazon Alexa. For some reason, why do you want to do that? Why don't you even want to talk about that? Who cares? No anybody care. If you care, rather comment down here. And at 36.35, the OnePlus 8 colors are talked about. The OnePlus 8 is talked about, and the colors are as this: Onyx Black, Glacial Green, and Interstellar Glow. And they talked a lot about how this interstellar glow was like so difficult to photography, but anyhow, it seems to have succeeded somewhat in one of those pictures. It's the like purple-ish, pinkish. And of course, there's some more specs of the OnePlus 8, and even some more specs on the OnePlus 8. In the camera, yeah, we know the camera's gonna be great. I'm gonna put up some more pics and some vids on the Your Tech Friend page, so you can see just even more about it. Please do visit yourtechfriend.net. For some reason, it's actually kind of popular, contrary to my YouTube channel. I didn't say that, but go visit there. I don't know why. Maybe it's my insane SEO antics I'm doing on that side. And then, of course, they went on for at 46.58, they were going on for about 5G, and they ramble about it in 5 minutes. So We're not going to talk about that 5G isn't really here yet. In some selected countries, some selected city, yeah, it's there, but it's not. It's going to be. It's like sort of future-proofing the phones. I don't know why. And then at 5107, they talked about the earphones Bullet Wireless C, and they came in 4 different colors: black, blue, mint, and oat. I just want to add one note to this. Why do you want to call earphones bullets? Like, I could understand it if they like bullets with a C at the end, but why with an S? So like when you search, if you're an American hillbilly and you search for your bullets, and you will get these, is that the target group for the phone? I don't think so. American hillbilly bullets. Nah. Anyhow, they're pretty cool because they charge for 10 minutes to 10 hours of enjoying music. So that's pretty darn cool, I should say. Just want to think about the build though. It has some string hanging around here. So like when you're wearing them, they go up around your ears like that. And then you have that string hanging around, dangling here like a hang wire. Why do you want to use those instead of just your earpods like the Galaxy earpods or something? I don't know. I don't know why. With instant hanging. Anyhow, you could be like included in it. What James Bond movie was it where they had this guy who just killed, who went after an ice truck? And he was a food delivery guy and he killed off like the chef and all other stuff where Bond was residing, I think. Anyhow, colors for the OnePlus 8. Of course, you can visit that also on my site. Press here. And then you will be directed directly to OnePlus's homepage where you can buy them yourselves. And then it's at the end, very end, of course, they revealed the prices. The prices for the bullets were $50. And the prices for the phones were, as you probably already aware, $700 for the basic, the cheapest version of the OnePlus. I still, even though it's expensive, right? It's worth considering, I would say, because it's just such a sharp shooting phone now. So it's worth considering. I would consider it, especially if OnePlus sent me one. Hint, hint. Anyhow, the prices on the OnePlus 8 Pro were $900 and $1,000. So, yeah, you can see it right over there. That was the end at 59.27. Round up and never settle. And my summary you can read also on the Your Tech Friend page, what I concluded out of this. But I just want to say, like, it was very, very nice to have an English presenter so you can easily understand everything that he says and talks about, unlike me perhaps. Well, I'm not that bad, am I? And they talk about their 5.5 million followers community who they claim to have. That's just amazing, I would say. And they talked, of course, in general, they also talked about in some countries they were like the fourth biggest phone company, or fourth most selling phone in some countries. That's kind of interesting. Anyhow, this is Brian, your tech friend, and I don't think I want to say much more about this. No. Please visit my Your Tech Friend site and please do subscribe if you watch this and you find it informational or annoying. Either way, you will now press subscribe. This is Brian from Denmark, your tech friend. Bye. Dun, dun, whatever happened to Pong? Dun, 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 dun.